we are reaching now prices 15, 20, 25,000, even 30,000 per square meter.
Okay, so today I have Javier Nieto, who is the CEO of Pure 11 Properties, a luxury stroke boutique real estate agency based on the Golden Mile and the Puente Romano Hotel. Javier has been born and raised in Marbella, is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
And so you're very much part of the fabric of what the city is. Could you just tell me a little bit about your own background?
First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here with you, and also our company, Pure 11 Properties. So very happy to share this interview with you. My background. Let's say I started very young to be like, I was a bit nervous and doing a lot of things. Started with bars in Marbella. So I opened a bar when I was very young. And that gave me the opportunity to start with business, that I start creating more bars and discotheques. So I usually open bars, run it, and then sell it. The same thing with discotheques, even restaurants. And it was extremely popular in Marbella. That gave me the opportunity to know and to meet very interesting people that live in Marbella, grew up in Marbella, and also foreigners that come here on holiday. And at that point, I started to have like an interest in the real estate market. And my partner and I, at that time, started buying inland properties, piece of land. And we just came into that piece of market that no one was doing, inland, like in Málaga, Delfín, all this area. So that was my first step into the real estate. After those years, the crisis came over, and no one was interested in buying or selling anything inland. So it was very difficult. So I decided that I'm a stronger believer of Marbella. I love my city. I grew up here, I was born here, and I can see the big potential that had, even in that really difficult times. When I started, it was 2009. So that's why I decided to open my first real estate here in Marbella, in Puente Romano, physical office. When all my good friends were telling me, you're absolutely crazy, what are you doing? I mean, no one is just opening business. You are going to open when everyone is closing. You have to be out of this planet. But really, I was, as I said, I believe strongly in Marbella and the Costa del Sol. So I thought that as well as I am interested in Marbella and to live here, other people will be. And I opened in 2009. It was myself, just me, no one else. I think it was 2-3 months later, I sold my first house.
Do you still remember those first months when you weren't sure whether you'd made the right decision? Or
Alfredo, was not easy. I mean, the rent was coming. I have some support from friends, and then it was a crisis for everyone and for me as well. Yeah. So it was not easy at all. But we are, in my family, we are quite strong into business, and we just fight for it. So today we are over 9 people in my office, direct people working. I'm very proud that the path we took and how we progressed, because we were doing the office was progressing step by step. We never went from 0 to 100. Just we had the rental department, then we had the property management. That obviously, at that time, the real estate, it wasn't like it is right now. We didn't have so many, how can I say that? It wasn't, we didn't need like right now that we have to every single property, we need like professional photos, videos, tours, magazines, and it was a little bit more authentic, if I can say that. Yeah, and that's a little bit how I came into the real estate. And that if you go through all these years, that's 20 years ago.
Wow. So I mean, so you say you started more in rentals than property management and then moved into the sales side, or was it
No,
all
no,
of
no,
it
no.
simultaneously?
We started with sales. Okay, and then the natural progression of the office, we just started to doing some rentals, short-term rentals, vacation rentals, and then later on we were doing the property management of as well. We do a lot of reformish projects for clients. We buy houses, we renovate them, we sell them, we do absolutely everything that they have to be with property.
And your office is actually in Puente Romano? Tell me a
Yes, our
little bit.
office are yeah, it's in the heart of Puente Romano. We have been here with this office for 12 years. We started close to the road, close to the bank and the taxis, and then we moved down closer to the reception. We do have two entrances, one through the right now the Nobu Hotel, and another one on the background, which is facing the Plaza Delicioso. So it's a pretty good location. I spent my childhood here. I grew up in Marbella Club, Puente Romano. So this is like a home to me. I have photos here playing tennis when I was 8. Jimmy's discotheque for the little party that they used to do for the kids around. So it's really where I grew up. It's really where I feel comfortable, and I'm very happy to be part of the Puente Romano family.
Your area of expertise primarily is sort of Golden Mile. Am I correct?
We are strong here in Puente Romano, obviously, and this is our home. And then obviously we take care of all Golden Mile, and then Nueva Andalucía, Guadalmina, but Golden Mile is where we are.
What can you say that you've seen change in the last decade in the Golden Mile in terms of agencies, in terms of the number of agencies and the kind of agencies, the sort of competition? How has that changed, if at all?
Well, when we started, everyone, as we said, they were closing. No one was opening. So only the let's say the old real estate of Marbella that we all know, the
Established.
big, yeah, established, the big names, were still working and doing a great job, and all the others just disappeared. They all went. So it was not that easy, because I mean it was very difficult timing, but we make our space on it, and I'm very happy that we started on that period of time, because right now we are very well established. And what I see now is that the competition it's very strong. It's tough. It's a tough business, the real estate in Marbella. People might see it from outside that it's an easy job, and you can sell a house. I look at him, but it takes a lot of work if you want to do it professionally. And what I have seen during all this period of time is that we had coming people over, like we have let's say the Arab season, where all were Arabs, and then that turned into the Arabs was going down, and then we started with the Russians. So all the Russian agency were working very strongly and being very success. That few years ago was going down as well. Still they're around, but not as strong as before. And right now, the North European, as we all know, the strongest clients that they are around are the Swedish, Norwegian, Finland, North European. They're very strong, and all the North European real estate have been growing up so fast around, because well, they have the language, the client, the relation with them. We also work with all of them, with the new real estate, and also with all the North European clients, which are very strong for us as well.
What percentage would you say of your customers are foreign, non-Spanish?
I really, I
Yeah,
have to say that with this office open 12 years, I think we sold to 3 Spanish.
and you're
Three,
Spanish,
three. I'm a
right?
Spanish, yeah,
And you're Spanish, so some of the
yeah.
other agencies that don't sell to Spanish, they may be wondering, is it because they're not Spanish? And that Spanish, there's an assumption sometimes that Spanish buy from Spanish, the same way as Germans buy from Germans and French buy from French. But you're Spanish, and the market in the higher end of the market here, it seems to be dominated by the foreign buyers, whether, like you said, whether it be the
Yeah.
Arabs, the Russians, and now the Scandinavians. But
Well, as you said at the beginning, we are boutique luxury real estate, so our properties are really are very high end. So I'm not happy to say, but the Spanish at that time did not have the access to these type of properties, or don't have the funds to buy them. Only a few of them. Also, with the crisis, all the Spanish customers are very conservative, so they didn't want to throw up and start buying things like mad. So they are very carefully. So my Spanish clients are very good. They're very nice people, and they can afford this type of properties. But we are not that popular with them. I wish we could sell more of this type of properties to Spanish. The country is going better, much better now, but obviously this type of properties or first lines apartments for the prices we're reaching right now in Marbella, and especially here in Puente Romano, it's for, let's say, limited
what would you say
people.
an average price of a two-bedroom apartment in Puerto Romano these days is?
I mean, it's has been crazy right now. What we do have here, it's the first price we can have is 1.5 million. That is a non-renovated apartment. That is an apartment that if you go for it, you're probably going to be doing a full renovation, because you are buying on the best spot in Marbella, the hottest spot right now. The properties are more than 30 years old, so they really need an update on everything there. Everything. You have to just demolish the whole apartment and redo it, because the standard of people that are coming to Puente Romano are expecting to be on the very high end. We are reaching now prices 15, 20, 25,000, even 30,000 per square meter. And it's not that we're not selling, we are selling. So I don't know how far are we going to go with these prices, because a year ago we were thinking that the prices were very high, but this year is even more, and we're selling.
How do the prices compare to 10 years ago, more or less, to when you started?
I mean, you cannot believe it. If I told you the prices before, you were thinking, well, why didn't you buy the whole Puente Romano?
But what are we talking, like 30% less, or?
Imagine like a two apartment in Jardín Andaluz that we were selling for 500,000. Nowadays, we can sell it for 1.4. It's true that the 1.4 you have to be doing a renovation and so on, but still it's mad. It's like, and we have sold the same apartment like 3 times. So from 500,000 to 1 million to 1.6 million, like boom, boom, boom.
There's quite a lot of talk with the high end in Marbella, thankfully, is doing very well at the moment. There is some talk about a potential shortage of housing stock of listings. Do you think that this will cause the prices to continue to climb because of the high demand and the low supply?
I believe that the next 2 years will be still very strong, and I will still be a high demand for high-end properties. So as you said, we are not very, but we are limited in stock of good properties. And all the new properties that we have, and you need to buy them, and obviously the best locations are already taken. So what everyone is doing, trying to buy houses in good location, renovate them, and then put it back in the market. But as I said, we are still a little bit limited with stock, and because prices are going so high, it's difficult for the promoters to invest their money in a house when they are buying very high and on price already, plus renovation, which is maybe 20% higher than 2-3 years ago on prices. And together that the builders are extremely busy, everything it's up to a certain price that we are always surprising ourselves. The prices of properties that we are having here in Marbella, but it's for a reason. It's because you're not. I mean, this bargain that people are still looking for them. I think that is completely over. It's very difficult to find something at the right price, or almost impossible.
What would you say the top 3 areas for villas in the Golden Mile are?
For villas, obviously Marbella Club. But Marbella Club is what it is, and it's almost nothing. Very very difficult to find anything over there. But if it's the prime of the prime of the prime, will be Marbella Club or Puente Romano. But Santa Margarita, it's for me the best out of everything. But that is a niche that, as I said, if you can be able to buy something right now, I think the last one sold, it's almost getting to 30 million. So and the prices, every time we are with any of the owners, the prices that they give us, it's out of this world. But it's the prime area. Otherwise, obviously Sierra Blanca is fantastic. I really like Cascada de Camojan because the houses and the plots are bigger. They're not so one house is close to the other. But Sierra Blanca, it's an area that it's extremely popular because it's secure, gated, well kept. It's a very nice area. And then you have all the other areas that they are, let's say, the old Marbella time, like Marbella Hill Club. That maybe it's not for everyone, but definitely it's the real Marbella, I would say. And then you have also Nahueles, that it's coming up again. Nahueles, there are new houses coming all over, and it's a great area to live, really, because it's close to everywhere. You are in Puerto Banús in 2 minutes, in Marbella town, Marbella Club. It's extremely well located in the Golden Mile, and you still can buy houses at reasonable prices.
Okay, so what about apartments?
Obviously, if you go to apartments, it's Puente Romano.
Puente Romano number 1, number 2, and number 3, or is there a second?
Oh, we can say Jardín, Japanese garden, Japanese
all the Puente Romano.
Persian garden, and no, yeah. Well, for me, Puente Romano is unbeatable. The reason why Puente Romano came up so high and has such a big demand is it's really related to the work that Daniel Shamoun have done in Puente Romano. He's investing every day, and he's putting this every day is a little bit higher. I mean, we counted the other day, because every day we have to just rethink, because every day is something new here. And we having over 17 restaurants at the complex. You have the Six Senses Spa, you have the Owners Club, you have everything what you want to do walking distance from your apartment. So there are literally people that really don't go other places of Marbella. They just come here, buy the apartment or rent the apartment or stay in the hotel, and they don't move out of here. So this is what the added value that they created. Obviously, the tennis club that we have thrown here, it's one of the best in, I would say, in Spain, at least the closest to the seaside. So it's really a great area to be. I mean, you have everything. I mean, another area that I like, it's more going down to Marbella, just at the entrance of Marbella, where you have Marbella House, Cipreses del Mar, Don Gonzalo, the common name La Lavadora for Mare Nostrum. This is an area that I really like, because you are on, let's say, on a very high-end area of Marbella, 1 minute from the town, so you can have a coffee at a decent price, or you can buy the newspaper and you can head to the hairdresser. It's more like a feeling of a town living, but also not forgetting about the holiday feeling, because you are first line to the sea. So that area I really like. Obviously, La Trinidad, the Fendi complex, Monte Paraíso, they're nice. Los Granados, but Los Granados it's first line on the seaside. They're amazing apartments, but also it's in a busy and crowded area, especially now in the summer. To get inside Puerto Banús and to get out is always is always difficult, no?
What sort of demographic is it? Is it families? Are they retired? What is it? A combination? What would you say stands out, if anything?
Really, there are families. There are families. There are people from 40 to 60. Okay, with they're coming over and they're attracted by the life that they can get out of the Puente Romano resort. So as I said, when they come over, they just fall in love because they have everything down here. So if they come with their kids and they have the summer camp tennis or paddle tennis, so they have the kids club, they have all the sports at the seaside. Also, people like to be here because of the promenade. They have easy access doing jogging in the morning, bicycling, all the restaurants that you have in the seaside and the Golden Mile. People, when they're here, they really fancy to get their bicycle, especially the Belgians. They love to go like to cappuccino for their coffee in the morning. And that promenade, 8 o'clock in the morning, is unbeatable. I mean, you smell the sea, you walk around. It's something very special.
And what's the difference between the kind of customer or buyer in case of the property, or customer in as far as the hotel goes, between the Puente Romano and the Marbella Club?
Well, let's say this is more related to the hotel because, as I said, in the Marbella Club, either that people ask for properties over there, prices are so high, and not only the prices, it's just that the stock is so limited. We think we do have like 3 houses there for sale. It's like almost nothing. So with people between Marbella Club and Puente Romano, I mean, Puente Romano, it have a more young feeling, and Marbella Club, it's have more, let's say maybe higher age, very classic, very elegant. I love Marbella Club. It's unbelievable. It's just to go there to have a glass of wine in the piano bar. It's kind of experience. It's recommended. If you come down here to Puente Romano, you have more things to do. It's more, how you say, more action, more fun, more.
Yeah, it's more active. No, there's more activities. How long has Nobu Hotel been around?
It's very recently, really. Well, maybe now. I don't want to say a date because maybe I'm mistaken, because time passes and flies. Yeah, but it's very recently, and they started that's taking the, let's say, the north area of the Puente Romano resort, and they took over surrounding the plaza. So even the Nobu, it's focused even for not younger type of people, but let's say people they come maybe without the kids and they want to have a little bit more fun there. They don't bother if the plaza is busy and they get noise, because they are actually probably having dinner or drinks in the plaza themselves. So it's kind of a little bit different type of clients that comes to Nobu and that comes to Puente Romano. Puente Romano, I would say, it's more family. Okay, it was more family, and Nobu, let's say, it's a little bit more funky, more fun.
Have you seen any effect in the property prices of Puente Romano and around Puente Romano as a result of the Nobu Hotel?
Yeah, I mean, man, since the Nobu Hotel came over, obviously the brand, I don't think anyone will not know about Nobu, and especially the restaurants. I mean, we have this restaurant that's, remember going to Nobu in London, and every time we went there, it's like, wow, it's an experience. And you have all the greatest or the best capitals you have in LA. You have all these places in Malibu, no? And now we have it here in Marbella, which is a very big step, in my opinion, no? To give an extra push to higher the quality of the area. It's Nobu.
It's Nobu. I like it. Okay, well, is there any final parting thoughts that you have about where you see Pure Living going in the next couple of years?
This year we did a full renovation of our office. We have not moved. We are in the same spot, Our office is small. It's not that big. It's 48 meters. But with this new renovation, we're very happy. We upgraded even more our standards. My thought for the next years is that we are going to remain as a boutique real estate. We take very extremely good care of our client, and we don't want to be too big that we don't pay attention to these details. So we will remain being strong in Puente Romano, Golden Mile, and yes, Nueva Andalucía and Guadalmina and all that areas, and Alquería also is an area that we are very interested. But we are not planning to go bigger. We are not planning to open, let's say, offices everywhere. No, that is not our style. We are small real estate that been going very well, and I understand that our reputation is very good in town, and we want to carry on that way.